Good evening, everyone. Welcome to another Rookie Card Collector 123 video. Today's video is going to be probably a relatively short one. I haven't done a pickup video other than the Strongsville show and in a recent REA auction in quite a while. So I just wanted to cover and show three of my most recent pickups. All three of them are pre-war cards, as that has become maybe not 100%, but getting close to that point as far as the focus of my collecting these days. I still have some of the golden era stuff, especially the Inner Circle Hall of Fame rookie cards. I've kind of started to back off of a lot of the oddball stuff that I was collecting from the 50s and 60s that covered Mays and Mantle and Aaron and Clemente. And I've kind of taken a lot of those funds and moved it into more pre-war stuff. Some of it is rookie cards pre-war. Some of it is just iconic, what I would say is iconic type of cards. And some of it is just rarer stuff. The cards I'm going to show tonight in this video are going to fall into that rarer to scarcer range. So this, like I said, there's going to be three cards, all pre-war. All three of them happen to be candy card issues. So they all come from candy packages. And they're all from the 1909 to 1912 era. So they're all going to span the 3 or 4 years during that time frame when a lot of the candy sets were produced. So I'm going to go from the least rare. This one I would probably call somewhere between a tough card to find and scarce, I would say. Let me pull it up here. This is the 1910 Standard Caramel Company, Honus Wagner. You can see here it's in an SGC2 holder. What really struck me and got me super interested in this copy was the bright red background and also the fairly strong registration. A lot of these, the images of the players almost appear to be ghost images because the clarity oftentimes is not that great. So this one, I really like the color, the red background. The image is good. The top to bottom centering is very good, probably just about perfect. And the left to right centering is obviously off, favoring the left side. The back of the card, I don't have the back here to show. The back of the card is clean. It has one spot. If it was in a PSA holder, I think PSA might label it an MK for mark, although I think it's probably a caramel candy stain, most likely. So it's very small, not a big issue, but it is there. And that probably kept this down maybe a half a grade to a grade higher without that spot on the back, which doesn't really bother me at all. So this one is a SGC pop of 101 as of today, 101. There's also one copy, which is not the standard caramel back, the way all the other 101 copies are. There's a blank back copy, which is probably some sort of a proof type of issue. So I didn't count that one. So there's 101 of these. So to me, that's kind of somewhere between scarce and a tough card to find. For me, rare gets to that point and somewhere in the like 20 and below range. Stuff between 20 and under 100, I would say, is more on the scarce side. And then anything over 100, starts to become either a tougher card to find or, as you get bigger population numbers, more of a mainstream card. So the three cards I'm going to show again today, they're three different players. They're all Hall of Famers. They're all key players that I collect pretty strongly. Two of them I think are probably on the underrated side, maybe undervalued accordingly. And then the third one, of course, is this Honus Wagner, which his prices have been very strong for the past few years now. So definitely can't say he's undervalued or underrated, I don't think. So we're going to move on to the next one. Now we're going to get into the much rarer cards. So we've got a 1909. It's cataloged as an E92. It's a Naja Caramel. So another candy card issue. The Naja caramels are one of the scarcest or rarest candy sets that were produced in that time frame, the 1910 era. This one is picturing Eddie Collins. This set has been definitively dated to 1909 based on the players, the team affiliations, and all that. So you can see this one's graded a PSA 4, very good to excellent. The population on this for PSA ever graded is 3 total. That's not three PSA 4s. That's 3 cards ever graded from the set. My card here, the 4, is the highest graded. I believe there's a 3 and there's a 1. So 3 copies known. This is the highest graded. I think the eye appeal is fantastic on this one. The centering is just about perfect all the way around. It looks like the bottom border might be a little bigger. It has to be bigger because it includes the player name and the team, but maybe a little bit strong on the bottom. But otherwise, no rounded corners, no back issues. The back is clean. And this would qualify also as an Eddie Collins rookie option. He has a 1907 Sporting Life cabinet, a W600, which is his earliest issue. I believe there's only 3 of those known to exist. I know one of them has a big chunk missing from one of the corners, like a really big chunk. And another one I know is complete and is the nicest copy, and the third one I've never seen. So, that one is almost an impossibility to try to come up with an Eddie Collins 1907. Then after that, you start to move into the candy tobacco era, where he's got several 1909 issues. And this is obviously one of those, and this is one of the rarest. So really like this one, was happy to pick this one up, also on eBay. And now I'm going to show the third card. And this is probably the rarest of all. Almost impossible to find any cards from this set anywhere. Another candy issue. This is the 1912 J=K candy. These are player portrait pictures, kind of from the waist or a little above the waist up to the head. And the heads are cut out usually as like die cut type of things. And everyone I've ever seen, which is not very many, but everyone I've ever seen, the portion of the head that goes beyond the border of the rest of the card always is creased at that point. So I'm not sure if, people just trying to store them back in the 1910 time frame did not have top loaders and penny sleeves. So maybe in storage, they ended up just folding back the head to try to keep it intact from tearing off. Not sure. Maybe the head, maybe on a complete box, maybe the head actually extended beyond the side of the box to the top or the bottom, and therefore would have been folded automatically based on the shape of the box. So I'm not sure what the actual outcome was with those, but everyone, like I said, everyone I've ever seen with the head extending beyond the rest of the card is always creased there, as is the case with this one. There's actually 2 different types of these J=K candy cards. There's a black and white version and there's a color version. As you can imagine, the color version is the much more desirable one as compared to the black and white. Kind of like the play ball issues from the 39 and 40 being black and white and the 41 being color. Everybody gravitates towards the 41 usually because they prefer the color version as opposed to the black and white. So this one in the PSA Pop or SGC Pop report, as we're talking about this time, there's a total population of 3. In the SGC report, PSA had 0. So between PSA and SGC total for Lajoie is 3. They do not differentiate which are type 1 and which are type 2. Excuse me. I know there's one black and white that exists, which is obviously the other version from this one. So there's the one remaining, the third one. It may be a color version. It may be a black and white. I'm not sure. I've never seen another one. So this one is a population of either 1 or 2, if you count the black and white as a separate card, which it really is. This one was graded in SGC 1.5. The backs of these are blank. They were cut out from a candy box, so they're just plain cardboard. This one had a little bit of staining, I think, on the back, but nothing too major. And it got a 1.5 from SGC, which is the second highest grade. There's a 3, there's a 1.5, and then there's I believe a 1. It's either a 1 or authentic. I believe the black and white one is the 3. So the other one, which may be a color version, is either a 1 or an authentic. So this is probably the highest color version of this Lajoie card. So again, these 3 are guys I collect. In the very near future, I'm going to put out a video, and I'm probably going to cover something like the top 20 or top 25 players that I'm collecting most heavily these days. And it's going to be primarily, almost exclusively, pre-war. And just going to talk about in that video a little bit about what I like about the players, why I like their cards, what I think the future potential is for some of them. Obviously, there's going to be some guys that you feel are undervalued, some guys you feel are valued fairly, and so on. So anyway, that'll be a video for another day. But just wanted to show my latest 3 eBay pickups. Like it says in the title, the Wagner is probably not a rare card, probably in the tougher to scarce maybe. The Lajoie and the Collins, with both populations of 3 on each of those are super rare. Like I said, to me, anything under 20 copies existing as far as graded falls into the rare category. So I hope you enjoyed looking at those cards, enjoyed today's video. Have a great day, and I'll catch you guys again on the next one.